What's up, guys? Nolan here. Bit of a new concept here. I'm throwing a lot of video ideas out because as we have 3 months to kill here, going up to or leading up to the Broken Arrow full release, a lot of you guys are asking for commentary, of course, on the gameplay. If you guys have seen any of my gameplay videos, you'll notice that most of the time I'm not talking, and a lot of you guys find value in me explaining what I'm doing. Whereas most of those games, I was just trying to play. I wanted my brain to be focused on what was happening in game rather than me saying something witty or being funny or trying to really just talk at all. Just focus on the kind of people that will turn the music down to pay attention to the GPS if you're close to your location. That's 100% me. I just want to focus on the game. I don't need any extra talking or anything extra to think about. I just wanted to get the gameplay, and then I would have I thought that I'll figure out something else to put over at a later time. And I have done some of those. I believe it was the first test where the first iteration of before they made the changes to how the gameplay works and things like that from, I believe, 2 years ago, where I was doing something where it was gameplay in the background and then I was just kind of talking over it. Where I was talking over it, but specifically talking about the gameplay, not just talking over it like I do for my commentaries and things like that. But I think what I should be doing here is really trying to pick a specific talking point or teaching point, or really both, and then break it down. So that's what we're going to be testing today. So there is about a 5 minute, actually it is exactly 5 minute gap of a video. I don't believe I've posted this gameplay, but Bolt did post his gameplay. I believe the title of this, I'm pretty sure the title of it was Bend Don't Break. And that is a very good concept to keep in mind for Broken Arrow. And it's going to be one of the topics that I bring up in a key to victory or keys to victory video, a in-depth video that I'm working on right now, along with my air-to-air combat video and my air-to-ground combat video. A lot of these tutorials are going to be popping up. They will be done before full release in a few months here, which is still on pace for June in case you're out of the know. And I'm just trying to fine tune, and I'm trying to get as much feedback as I possibly can from you guys, because I don't know what I don't know, and I don't know what's good, I don't know what's bad. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just post as much as I can. Please, guys, give me the feedback if there's something you don't quite understand, or if there was something that you wish I did differently, or that I said differently, or explained more detail, anything like that. Please, please, please leave it below. Leave a comment. I will take it to heart. I really want to push this stuff as we lead up to the Broken Arrow full release, so that I can do lots of more of it when the game actually fully releases. So, like I said, concept for today is 5 minutes of gameplay. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 5 minutes of gameplay. And then afterwards, I will talk over it and I'll pause it and I'll go into detail about it. Because the thing here is, hopefully you guys will be able to take the learning points from it, or the teaching points, or the good and the bad from it on your own. Ideally, eventually you will be able to do that. That is the goal here. You guys, as Broken Arrow players, should be able to figure out, oh, that wasn't a good idea, or, oh, where's your recon? Where's your AA? Why did you do that with that plane? Why didn't you move that unit there? There's little details, little things that could have been changed, and ideally, apart from everybody playing their own way, you should be able to pick up on that stuff at some point if I'm teaching this stuff correctly, and then be able to really diagnose that for yourselves just by watching the gameplay, just from seeing it. And then I'll basically give you the answers at the end, or give my point of view of what should have been done differently, what could have been done differently, and what was good, what was bad, stuff like that at the end. So here's the full gameplay, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Yeah, they're just gonna keep it moving. They're gonna just keep moving. They're just gonna keep moving.
Proceeding to next base of fire. Friendly fighting vehicle, at your orders. Yellow jacket.
We just gotta get helis or something.
Yeah. Really wish I brought Mavericks this time. God damn it, man.
Rolling on the target area.
They have no AA. Just keep it alive. Just keep it alive.
Copy. Bugging
We'll
out.
figure it out.
Yep. Ryan. Some good hits on their AA at least. Here's the Strelets, 1 HP.
Mobile artillery ready. Send mission.
Yeah, move all your AA away.
Target designator. Ready.
Terminator. Jesus. Jesus.
Mobile
I'm moving back here with my helis. At least I'll be able to cut them off.
targets with direct fire. The higher they fly, the further they fall. Sweeping air
Let's just punish them, I guess, with this push.
Yeah.
They're not using it optimally.
You'd be blind without us.
Yeah, it's basic T90s.
Heavy cab, ready to roll.
I got the Terminator. I got a T90.
Without Hardy. Recon vehicle, ready.
Keep that drone up.
Their Vatsia right there. That is high priority.
New bearing set.
Trying to keep drones safe.
Driver backwards. Yellow jacket armed and ready.
Their Vatsia is right there.
Solid copy. Holding position. Abrams here, we're engaged.
Might have messed them up.
Backwards. Rocket artillery at your order, sir. Target marked, direct
Get
fire.
a sidearm
Mobile
Viper.
artillery ready. Send
Their
mission.
Vatsia's moving.
M1 Abrams ready for action.
I might be able to snipe that T-15. Oh, yep, here we go. T-90. That T-90's dead. Very nice. T-15 spotted.
Target designator engaged in combat. Friendly in combat.
Get him, get him, get him. He's dead.
Armor is on the field.
No, they are losing a lot of shit.
Engineers, sir. Copy. Relocating. Relocating to the next emplacement. MLRS reporting in. Direct fire.
Oh, their Vatsia's messed up.
Keep that drone up.
Yep, where's it moving? I'll move it up a bit more. I think their S350s and stuff are dead, so
Yeah, just we gotta spot it. We just gotta
moving in, moving in.
see stuff. Tanks moving in at the top.
We're the finger of
Here we go.
God.
Plane out.
35.
Moving out.
Yep, Globahawk's gonna go.
Air defense.
They're about to move back.
Moving there now. Heavy cab is on the field.
To start off, I would suggest that you guys do not try to solo half of the map alone. If you see your teammates sticking to one side of the map, then go with them. The only thing that will give the other team the advantage in this situation is if you feed them units. If your team captures half of the map and their team captures half of the map, then you are still even. Now, trying to get some sneaky recon out and trying to pick off what you can through the air is fine, but putting points on the ground is pointless. By making sure that we had recon out, we could see exactly what was coming for us, and it was an armored wave, so we fell back. We bent, but did not break. Diagnose the situation from there once you're pretty sure you've seen what they're trying to do here. Where are the enemy? How fast are they moving? Which is important because if they have something close and they're moving towards something that you have, that is a priority for you in that moment. Then figure out what they're bringing, starting with AA. That is the key thing here. If they don't have AA, you can punish them from the air. Your goal is to get as many of your toughest units in the best defensible position as possible and then counter. The quickest units that you can get, the better, but usually it's choppers and planes. So again, AA is important. Something to keep them distracted, something to make them stop. Figure out where they feel like stopping because that's going to be important. Their location is important. When you start attacking, focus on their weakest, then work your way up, excluding targets of opportunity. For a quick and dirty example, hit AA, or if they, let's say, only have one tank, then kill the tank, even if it's not at the front. When you do things correctly, you'll stack ATGMs on their toughest vehicles like we did here. We had 2 tows from the Bradleys along with Hellfires from the Apache and the Shorad, meaning nighty-night for the T-15s. That player made lots of mistakes by not smoking, or they didn't rearm their smokes if they had used them before. This enemy team made significant mistake after mistake here by overextending, and with the units that they ended up overextending with, they had literally nothing to gain from this, especially going this far, so they paid the price for that. Now, I made a significant mistake as well, which I didn't even realize until this morning when I was editing this. Those of you who caught this get a gold star for the day. I somehow misclicked or just mush-brained my reverse hotkey and reversed all of these units into these tanks and T-15s. I thought the enemy just got lucky and somehow took away 50% of my health of my SEP V3s, when in reality, I reversed them into them and they shot the rear. I'm surprised these things didn't die. If I had them facing the right way, they would have been fine. I probably would have killed everything in that area, no problem. When something gets hurt, pull it back, but don't smoke unless you think it will die. Smoking when you have the advantage just blocks your own units. Pull it back, then smoke to let your other units continue to fight. When you have everything facing the correct way, the ideal setup is armor, then recon and fire support right behind that armor, then the AA not too far away. If you have a drone up where you can see into the distance to know if they have any helicopters coming up, you can keep the AA a little bit further back, but not too far. You want to make sure they're covering your units, of course. But if they're too close, then they can get killed, so you got to watch out for that. Keep as much alive as possible. Go rearm and repair them after a fight. Remember, if they look healthy, it doesn't mean that they're ready to fight again. They're likely low on ammo or defense like smoke or APS. While you're rearming and repairing, use air or artillery to keep the enemy occupied. You want to keep them distracted. You don't want them to push you when you're trying to rearm or repair, and you definitely don't want them to destroy your supplies. From there, wash, rinse, repeat, keep your eyes out, and hold your newly reinforced line to then counterattack when you're ready. If you time it right, the enemy won't have time to counter you. The only option will be air, and if you're prepared, you can stop their air. If you're playing on large maps like this, remember it takes a long time to bring ground units to the front, so floating points to make sure that you can buy planes, choppers, and supply for your units that you have there already is always a good option. The game is not over until it's over, so watch out for anything left over and don't overreact to anything. If you've got time, it seems pretty clear there, but if you've got time, you've got time. Don't worry about it. Another major mistake that this enemy team did was pushing too early. They gave us plenty of time to counter. But that was a breakdown, or the first attempt at a key moment breakdown. It's going to take some time getting used to this stuff. I think this could be a really helpful, set of videos or idea for those that are newer players or just looking to improve. Bolt and I will be attempting to start a podcast around RTS games and really specifically Broken Arrow in particular, where we do something like this in greater detail, and we'll even use other people's gameplay, and we're going to call it The Debrief. Stay tuned for that. We're going to be recording our first episodes soon, but that's all for now, guys. Leave all your feedback below. I'm looking to perfect this before the full release, and I'll even put as many of these up as possible so we can fine-tune it as we go. Sub for more, like if you did, comment for the algorithm, and thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have a nice day. See ya.